Good evening, everyone. I hope you're well. We are launching a brand new one-day special here at the craft store. And if you're thinking, well, what is a one-day special? We have a discounted price on fabulous products, but only for 24 hours. Tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, if you take your time deciding, or maybe you tell a friend and they don't come and have a look until 6 o'clock tomorrow, then the price goes back up. So it's a good idea to have a look at the website, see what we've got for you, and also get your one-day special in your baskets and check on out as well. I'm not alone. I've got the gorgeously, fantastically talented Lou Sims.
Hello.
How are you, Lou?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine.
I am really excited about this show today. You know I love working with you. You are so talented, you're so patient, and you always teach us something new.
Oh, that's a high benchmark.
I know. Well, you've got to get up there and do it now. But can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? If people out there haven't seen you before.
Okay, I started crafting, I'm trying to think now, 2009-ish. And I got into like CD crafting.
Yes.
It started from there, and then from there it was into stamping. And then the journey just begins, doesn't it, sort of thing? Because you then go, oh.
Yeah.
I see something else and I want to have a play, and I do this and I do that. And it's doodles or just drawing has always been my release. Show
everyone at home just one of the pages of Lou's doodles, just so you see at home what we're talking about when it comes to the pens that we've got for you available on the show, but also Lou's talent as well. So when Lou tells us about certain pens and says that we can use them for this and we can use them for that, that's the kind of artwork that Lou comes up with.
And that's all the metallics in the one-day special.
Yeah, it is amazing, isn't it? Now, your one-day special, oh my goodness, we've got a brilliant price for you. You're saving £5. It's only $34.31, but let's take a look at what you're getting. First of all, you've got your 3 mini journals, so you can start doodling in there, and they are 12 by 12 centimetres, which is a really good size to work with. They are 140 GSM papers, and you get 80 sheets in each. Do you know what I love about these? It's a perfect size for sitting down and doodling of an evening, or maybe just getting some ideas down in a piece of paper, or maybe you are a little bit intimidated by the larger journals. I think these are absolutely perfect. You've got a little binder as well that you can just bring back to the front to keep that closed if you just want to keep it for yourself. You've got your 3 different colours of gold, silver and bronze included in this deal. But of course you need something to draw in there with. We have got your jelly roll pens. We've also got for you included is your glaze as well. Now tell us first of all about the jelly roll pens.
Oh, the metallic, each jelly roll comes with its own specific makeup. And the metallics are beautiful, opaque, solid metallic colours. And you know, they work on white card, cream card, they look stunning on black. They have a totally different look as well when you put them on something like a craft, or even then work on a foil with them. But they're a beautiful solid colour. The thing with jelly rolls, especially the metallics, the slower you colour with the metallics, the more ink that comes out.
Really?
And that then gives you the chance to dry brush them out. It means you can watercolour them out. It means, you know, so that they can do so much. And being opaque and working on non-porous surfaces means we can suddenly put them on. Oh, that's so cool. That is just so cool.
Isn't that lovely?
But you can then put them on top of things like wood, glass, mirror, the mask, you know, so many different things. And just have a play. So that's done with the metallics. And then what I've done is I've actually gone over with the glaze.
Wow, that looks amazing.
The outline is with the black glaze. And so you can have fun. Just go, when you're working on these sort of surfaces, you need to actually work a little bit slower.
Okay.
And that's actually quite a nice way you can go, and then actually just, you know, get involved in the actual project.
I think it's a brilliant idea. Will it work on glass if you had like a glass, well, like a glass if you're going to serve somebody a dessert in, perhaps?
Yes, but if you want it to be permanent, I would seal it.
Yeah.
You know, like you can get some beautiful spray varnishes that you can go on top.
Just for decorative use. I think that's a great idea. I really, really do.
Baubles.
Yeah, well,
Christmas,
baubles to you as well. I mean, we've only been working together 4 minutes and you're already saying baubles to me. Yes, of course, you can decorate your baubles with these as well. What an absolutely terrific set. Now, with the glazes, you get your white, your black and the clear as well. And these really do make a difference, don't they?
They are. I love the glazes. My first, I would say, foray into jelly rolls was the glazes. The glaze will give you, as it says, a glaze.
Yeah.
So it gives you a slight raised effect, but you know, but you can put it on top of, the metallics,
Yes.
sort of thing. So you can put it on top of the metallics. You can put it on top, and it actually then, I'm going to say that. So this is now on top of the metallics. It's on top of the moonlights, and then I've just gone over with the clear glaze.
Wow,
so now
look at that.
You
Yeah,
can
see that?
So it gives you the look of an embossed. You know, like if we were doing clear embossing,
Yes.
but you don't have to have a heat gun.
Oh, I like that idea.
And it's slightly raised. It's not probably as raised as an embossing, but what I like to do is, once it's dry, go back over it again.
Oh, yeah.
So you could layer up your glaze colours now.
Yeah.
So you could, you know, put a green down and then go over on the top with a yellow.
Yes.
And you've got a yellow green. And so you can make it more and more raised.
Do you know what? That looks so effective, it really does. And that's just the bubbles right there, but there's so many different ways that you can use those and incorporate them with your artwork. What a fantastic deal, eh? What a great gift for somebody as a present. What you could do is keep a couple of the journals for yourself and just give one of the journals with the pens and with the glazes if you want to. 001749 is your item number if you want to go for that. Now, I do have lots of artwork at the side of me that's been produced by our Lou. Oh my word. These are absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, thank you. The Celtic one, because obviously I've just come back from Ireland, was rather inspired by my visit over there. But so that's done with the microns, and I've used the actual glazes to go over the black lines. And then I made a really big boo-boo, so I then coloured it all in because it hides a mistake. But that's coloured in just little bits with the metallics, and then I've gone over the metallics with the clear glaze.
Yeah.
You know, to raise it again and add another dimension
It's absolutely spectacular. So whether you like to do full artwork like you're seeing here, whether you just like to sit and doodle like I do, these are very inspiring to start you on your journey. It is an amazing deal. 001749. We're already busy, so my advice to you, get it into your basket, check on out, make sure you get it, and you're saving £5 on that deal. Now we do have other pens on the show, so if you do want to add them to your basket, and your basket comes to £60 or more, you can open up a flexi buy. We have got the white jelly roll pens. Absolutely love these. They're always busy whenever we have these on the show. You have got the 0.3mm, you've got the 0.4 and the 0.5mm. And just to show you here the thickness that you get in the pens, so you can highlight with these. They look great on black, they look great on craft card, they look great even on white card if you have a colour already on there, for example. So great for highlighting. So you get 4 of the 0.4 and you get 1 0.3 and you get 1 0.5. But they are so useful, and that's why we're really busy as well. £10.49 if you want to go for these. 506844. This is just me doodling of an evening, but there's something about, and this is what Lou, you encouraged me to do, get some black card, use white on there and just start drawing, and it really, it's so different taking a black pen to white paper.
It is, and white pens sometimes feel more forgiving. When we put black pen on top of white paper, you notice if you make a mistake with a black pen, whereas with the white, you just seem to carry on going and it doesn't seem to stand out. But I mean, the white pens, again, while the ink is wet, you know, you can watercolour out with them, so you can now create beautiful ghosting effects with the white pens as well on your black.
That's a great idea.
You know, put them on top, because all the jelly rolls are designed to work on non-porous surfaces. It means they can work on top of each other as well. So, you know, you can mix and match, blend the white pen into your metallics, and you get a different look again. Wow,
so much you can do, not just doodling. You can do your techniques with these. We are so busy. £10.49, 20% of the stock has gone. Oh my days. Right, 506844 is your item number. We're dispatching everything on The 16th of November. Do you know what? It's not too long to wait when you consider what you're getting and the price that you're getting at, especially if you're thinking about these as gifts for people. What a great idea. Right, we've got a pick and mix for you because we are aware that you don't always want a full pack. We are aware that you might already own pens that have run out because you've been using them for quite some time. It might be that you like certain colours that you work with and there's other colours that you don't want. So we've got a pick and mix for you. And you can choose any 5 for £10.99. What an absolute bargain that is. To give you an idea of the colours, I've got a lovely little board here. And if you want like multiples of the pen, so if you wanted 10, for example, the price will just go up in increments of £10.99. And if you want 2 of the same colour, it's entirely up to you. You've got your sepia, your black, your grey, your royal blue, your blue, turquoise, beautiful red, your rose red, your pink, your orange. You've got your white in there. You can see that there you go on your white paper and your black. You've got your clear, you've got your green, you've got your hunter green, you've got your deep green, you've got your purple, you've got your deep red, not deep purple. But you can see they're both on the black and the red, and they are an absolute joy to work with. When we say jelly glaze, what are we talking about?
It's a translucent colour.
Okay.
So it means that you can either use it as is and it gives a beautiful soft translucent, but you get that beautiful gloss effect from the glaze, so it adds a slight raise to it. So if you like doing your handwriting, put it over the top and you've now raised it and given it like a glazed effect. Use it to layer on top of other colours. That's why the different colour cards there. So if I put a yellow on top of a blue card, I get a soft green. So you can actually use it that way. So you can use them to colour tint the work you've already done and create that beautiful glazed effect on the top.
Oh, I like this idea.
Emboss them with clear embossing powder again. You
really?
know, yeah. You know, there's so much you can actually do with them. I mean, they work beautifully, like I said, on wood, on plastic, on glass. And they just give that beautiful shine.
Oh, I like these. Oh, I'm not going to have enough time to run upstairs and grab them because I'll probably all go. It's a pick and mix, £10.99, choosing any 5 of those colours. Let's have a look at the website because there are more available on the web. So you go and choose. You've got your clear, for example. You might want to go for that. Your sepia is a cool colour, isn't it? Your hunter green is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. Your deep red as well, you know, just adding that effect. You might want to go for your black and white. You might want to go for your staples. Of course you can go for those. Remember, it's choose any 5. If you want the same one, then you can have the same one. It's entirely up to you. If you want to go for a set of 10, then help yourself. Of course, the money will go up in increments of £10.99. So it's going to be entirely up to you which ones you go for. But it's great, isn't it, to have the choice? Isn't that fantastic? Right, we've got more for you. We've got the Moonlight for you. We've got a lovely swatch here. Tell us about the Moonlight.
Oh, I love these sets. I really do. Now, the traditional Moonlight that we thought about had all the yellows, the oranges and the pinks, so it was a bit more fluorescent. So what they've done is they've brought in more everyday colours. Yeah. Now, the nibs on these ones are slightly finer than the original Moonlights that came out.
Oh, okay.
But the colours work absolutely beautifully. Doesn't matter. We always think Moonlight must be on dark card. It does look beautiful, but it can work just as well on lighter card. Now, they are out of all the jelly rolls, these ones are matte. Yes. So they will finish with a total matte effect. Okay. But, you know, they pack a real punch. I mean, grey. We've got a stunning grey in there, so you could add that to your highlights, your little cross hatching.
Oh, how lovely.
The greens come out beautifully. I love the browns. In fact, I love all of them, actually. Yeah, the teal blue. There's me going now. I'm going through all of them.
Well, you get all of them, and that's the beauty of it. For £19.95, you get all of them right there. Sorry, I'll start again. 323982 is your item number. 10% already gone, proving to be very popular. Knew there would be. And our next set, I'm sure that is going to be extraordinarily busy as well. If you like what we showed you so far and you kind of want a bit of everything, then we've got that for you. And this really is, I think, the best Christmas gift to get somebody that loves to doodle, that loves to colour in, because you've got a little bit of everything here. You've got the metallics, the Moonlight fluorescence, and you've got the Stardust glitter as well, $36.95, and you've got 24 pens in total. I think this is a great pack for somebody who maybe wants to start venturing out into using brighter colours, Lou?
Yeah, definitely. And all the colours, if you look at them, will actually work together. So you've got the Stardust give that beautiful, subtle glitter effect.
Yes.
And when you colour with them, you know, you get a nice, the glitter doesn't come away, it's embodied inside the ink. It's really hard to explain, but when you see it, you know, it gives a lovely soft twinkle to it. You can blend the pens together, so don't think you have to do one colour at a time. So you get 12 of the Stardust, you then get 6 of the metallics, you then get 5 Moonlights, and then you get a white pen as well. So you've got, like you say, you've got a real nice dip your toe into a range of the jelly roll pens right to start with.
Yeah, and the fluorescent ones are a lot of fun to draw with as well. I've just got some little drawings here on black paper, but yeah, using those fluorescents really do make it stand out and very, very inspiring to use as well. 36.95, 869044 is your item number, and that gets you your set of 24, so you can doodle away. Love that. Right, we've got some journals for you. If you need some more, we have them right here. Now it's a choice. We've got the lovely silver, the gold, and it's like a rose gold, isn't it? That particular one, but more like a bronzy colour. £10.90, and you don't choose two. It's for a singular one, £10.90, and they're 21 by 15 centimetres, and they are acid free as well, and they're 140 GSM. And do you know what I like about them? They've got a bit of a flex. Like that, always important, a little bit of a flex going on. Open them up. You can, of course, use them landscape. You can use them portrait as well. It's entirely up to you how you use them. And they've also got the little tie on as well, so it can keep everything nice and secure for you. You've got 80 sheets in total in there. But of course, when you open it up, you can work across both pages if you want to. So you could continue your artwork, or you could use the pages separately, entirely up to you. But great for all your different techniques. 647141 is your item number. We're having a very, very busy show. Now, if you've got any questions or indeed any artwork you'd like to share with our Lou Sims, please send it in. It's always lovely to encourage other people. And the email address is studio@thecraftstore.com. Right, Lou? Shall we begin?
Yeah, well, I was just going to quickly show, you know, you were talking about the Moonlight.
Yes.
That's the Moonlight pens done as a swatch. So that's all the colours. So even the darkest blue still stands out, even with the, and that's what I was saying about the grey here, is if you didn't want the brightness of a white, that grey in the Moonlight is just, you know, just so sort of thing. And, oh, you know, but, and then with this, these are the starlights.
Wow, look at that.
And so that's been coloured with all of the Stardust pens. And then I've watercoloured out as well. So, you know, you can mix and match. And then I've added the glaze on top.
That's spectacular.
So, you know, you can do your normal colouring if you want to do it, but you can also bring in all your other techniques if that's what you want to do as well. Okay. Now, you were saying about the books going, you know, being able to use them. Now, each of the books is sewn into signatures. So there's so many pages that are sewn together, and then the next lot and the next lot. So you could, if you wanted to, unpick the stitching and pull out one lot of the signatures. So you have got that option. So you don't have to work with it in the book if you don't want to. You can take the pages out and work with them that way. So I've given you a book, I believe. I'm going to work on this one.
Okay.
And you're going to have to, I thought we'd have a go with some of the metallics. So let's have a go. And I'm going to pick to start with. So I have to put mine in colour families.
Ah, do you?
Yeah, it's just a habit.
Yeah.
So I put it that way. So all I've done on the book here is I've just drawn 2 circles, and I've just made a mark roughly where there are 5 lines. And I'm just going to use some straightforward colours at the moment. And I've gone for the darker green. And all we're going to do is we're going to create some, I'm trying to think of like the sprigs of a fir branch sort of thing. Yep.
Yep.
So where you've got the first line, all I'm going to do is just follow the line and just stop before I've done where my next part is. And then I'm just going to come back.
I don't know whether you can see this on the overhead, what you're doing, and then I can watch you as well. So you're going around?
Round, and then I'm just doing a little bit of a triangle, well, a little bit, and then I'm just going to colour it in.
Okay.
Now, as I said before, the slower you go with the metallics, or most jelly rolls, the more ink that comes out. So that's when, if you want to do your, you know, watercolouring out, dry brushing out. So I'm just going to repeat that again.
Okay.
And do another one. So there's nothing too technical. I wanted to try and, I know we've got the books here, but if you wanted to take the pages out, I just wanted to show people that you can still take the pages out and use them. So all I've done is I've done 3 smaller designs, exactly the same sort of shape.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the opposite side. So, and...
So you're doing 3. So
I'm just doing it in 3s. You could do 4s, 5s, 6s. You know, when it comes to me doodling, when it comes to doodling, drawing, whatever you want to call it, do what your eye likes.
Yeah.
I know there's rules and things like that, but when it's actually things that you're doing for you, do what your eye likes.
Yeah.
So we've just done that with the darker green. Now, we can layer these on top of each other, but we just need it to be dry.
Okay.
So I'm just going to rotate and I'm just going to repeat. Now, I've obviously done a few, so I'm going to pick up a little bit. So this is, you know, a quick design.
It's a great way to keep us quiet, isn't it?
I know.
You know, you just lose yourself when you're doodling
do.
like this. And I think when you've got the right pens, what I found, when you get the right pens, it just flows so beautifully on the paper. You just want to keep going. And it gives you that confidence,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
and it is. And you'll notice if you do colour slower, then, you know, rather than faster, you can actually feel more ink come out. I know that sounds a really bizarre thing to say, and that's when it's beneficial when you're going to be working on more porous or harder surfaces, especially slicker surfaces like the glass, the wood.
I can't believe you can use them on glass. I've not tried that. I'm going to when I get home, I've got some pens at home. I'm going to give that a go.
So we've got that one there, and I'm just going to take the lighter green now. And all I'm going to do with the lighter green is I'm just going to fill the gaps with just some little lines.
Okay.
Nothing. And we're just going to put some little lines like that. So now we're making it look like a sprig from a fir tree.
Okay.
So
now I started off with the lighter green, so
that doesn't matter. Use the darker green
use
then.
the darker green, can't I?
So because they're designed to work on non-porous surfaces, it means that they can work beautifully on top of each other. Now, the only thing with jelly rolls is you can blend them whilst they're still wet, but if you want to work on top of something like a gel medium or a gesso or something like that, please, please, please just make sure they're dry.
Yeah. Can we also say that when you receive these, when you get them home, they've got a little like nib on them that you do need to take off. So I've got one here, I don't know if you could see that. It's got a little nib on it, just at the top. So if you try to draw with that on, and then you think to yourself, oh, my goodness, nothing is coming out here, you just take that off and then you're good to go. So just make sure you take those off.
But I'm really pleased you're using the sets, you know, that we've got on the set, because it shows that you can get them out the packet straight away and work with them
and start using them.
You're not using pens that I've had for a while.
Are you still going around your circle?
I am.
I'll keep going around my circle. Do you want to see what I've done so far, everyone? Let's just show you that. So there's the circle, and I'm just starting to create that beautiful wreath effect. So just going around, just following Lou's instructions with the lighter green and the darker green. But I'll tell you something, they really are addictive. And I love the size of these journals, Lou.
They're a perfect size. I mean, we're actually now creating something, you know, that by the time we've finished, we'll actually fill the whole page, but it's achievable. Yeah. It's not daunting. It's, you know, it's fun to do. Like you were saying, sometimes on a bigger page, if you don't feel confident.
Yeah, you don't.
No. Now,
I sometimes just sit and watch the TV, and I kind of just need to lose myself doing something else. And just having a small little book with me on the coffee table, it just gives me that, you know, encouragement to do a little bit of a doodle.
It does, it does. So I've done 3 there, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the brown, and I'm just going to the first one I did, and all I want to do is now I'm just going to put a little bit of the metallic brown going up the middle to look like the stem.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now
we can do that. We can go. Oh,
yeah, because it's dry. Because I want the brown to stand out. Now, if I wanted it to blend in, I would do it when it was wet.
Okay.
So I just want it to stand out. So it looks a bit like the branches. It doesn't stand out as such, but it just adds that little bit of extra shading, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Right, so I've got that there. So I'll just stop there. Then all I'm going to do is, with the red, so we've got the metallic red as well, I'm just going to do some mock berries. Now, I'm
Ooh,
just going
okay.
to colour it, but I'm going to leave a tiny little bit of uncoloured part.
Okay.
And that's going to add as my false highlight,
Right.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It's like when you do an eye, sometimes, you know.
And so we've got that going over the top. And I'm just going to do 2 or 3, and these are just my placements in the moment. And if you just go round and round and round in circles and then just stop before you meet in the middle,
Okay.
if you're not confident of leaving a little bit on the edge, if that makes sense,
it does.
you can then create that little bit of highlight straight away. If you feel brave enough, just do half a circle.
Yeah. Now, we've had an email in, Lou.
Oh.
We've had an email in from Sue, and Sue says, Lou is amazing at drawing and absolutely inspiring, and I can say she is as well.
Oh, thank you very, very much.
I'm actually quite proud of my berries. While I am. It's the first time I've said it live on TV. I'm actually proud of my berries. Yeah, and that's under the guidance of our Lou.
But so we've got the berries there. Now, if we wanted to, I'm going to do it on the opposite page here just to show you. If you wanted to add like a little bit of colour, so I'm just going to do a berry there, and I'm just going to colour a little bit of it in. As I said, the slower you colour, the more ink comes out. And you can, once you have a go yourself, you can actually feel that.
Yeah, I've noticed that when I've just been going around mine. It's almost like they're pooling.
Yeah.
But they will dry, won't they?
Yeah, they dry. And then I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of the brown in.
Yeah.
Mix that back in with the red.
Yeah.
And that now will give me my shading and make it look like I've got a darker colour.
Yeah, like that. Like that.
Okay, and then that blends in together, and now I've got a darker colour automatically. So you can blend the colours together. Now, I put a bit of tissue beside you. Now, the reason I put a bit of tissue is is if you get a lot of ink on your nib, there isn't so much there, that and you let it dry, that is when people will say, oh, my pen doesn't work.
Got you, so you need to clean
if you just do it side on and just roll it really gently and just take away the excess.
Got that.
And then that will then make it work the next time.
Very
good. We're going to do that there. Now, I thought it'd be nice to do some pine cones as well.
Okay.
So all I'm going to do for the pine cones is, because we've got the 2 layers of the circle, it just gives me a starting and a finishing point.
Yeah.
And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with a semicircle. Now, I'm not doing mine realistic, and I'm just going to do 1 semicircle going up, 2 going down.
I've started mine in red, so let me create
Doesn't matter. And then I'm going to do 3 semicircle designs.
Got you.
And then I'm going to do 2.
Okay.
So it's making something look as if they're a pine cone. And then the last bit, all I'm going to do is it's going to be a little bit more triangular and go along the bottom, like a Mexican hat or a tortilla, and a little stump at the bottom, just to create a pine cone. And because we've left gaps in between it, we've now created a mock highlight, which is like a Billy bonus.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I'm just going to do one more.
Okay. I'm doing one here, following your guidance. It's like almost like a little tree, isn't it?
It is.
It's almost like a little tree. I'm going to do another one.
It's just doing little, but you don't have to be overly precise about making them, you know, perfectly.
Of course not.
I'm trying to think scalloped. Is it scalloped?
Yeah, scallops, yeah. All right, little pockets.
Yeah.
Now, everyone at home, if you've got a set of pens, even if it's just a regular set of pens, get them out and draw along with us whilst you order your one-day special. Just to, you know, to craft along with us. I think that's a really nice idea. I really do.
So I'll just do one more.
I'm going to do one more as well.
And then we would obviously keep on building it up and, you know, just do it as big or as small as you want. This one's going to go off on the side a little bit more because they're not all perfect.
I just love the way that these jelly rolls and pens just flow.
They do, don't they? They flow absolutely beautifully. Now, these are still too wet, but what we could do once these are a little bit drier is we could then get the clear jelly roll and put the clear jelly roll on top of our berries. Ooh. And that would then give them the domed glazed effect.
Hey, that's a good idea.
So that would work in that way. So the space I've left in the middle is where you could either, if you didn't feel confident with your handwriting, you could stamp like a Merry Christmas, or you could, you know, do your own Merry Christmas. So if I jump to one that I did earlier, this is a bigger version. Okay. She says, let me just try and find it. Now this is exactly the same paper, it's just in a bigger book, for want of a better. So that's another version of it. Aww. And all I've done, it's exactly the same design, but I just wanted to show that you could depending on, you know, how big you want to work. So if that, drawing all of that out, as you were saying, is too daunting to start with, it's exactly the same, but all we've done is shrunk it down just that little bit smaller, made it a little bit more manageable.
Yeah.
And, you know, you could write your Merry Christmas. You could use this as, you know, a starting point to create your own cards.
Yep.
And everything like that. So with that in mind, I then thought, right, okay, because I just have to. I've done it again, and then I've just literally taken it out of the book, because as I said, we've got the threads here.
Yep.
So you could cut them away and the whole of that signature will come away, or if you put 2 pages together and very gently pull, it'll also come away as well. But then I thought I took it away, and then just putting it on a coloured card blank.
Look at that.
I've got my own card.
Very nice. Very nice.
And that's just using the metallics and simple shapes. It doesn't have to be overly complicated.
Now, what marks out of 10, please, Lou, from the teacher?
I think that's beautiful. I love the colour that you've got actually with the lighter, the sepia colour.
Yeah, it's nice,
that looks
isn't it?
really good. And that'll look brilliant when you
They're
finish.
ever so jealous of me in the gallery.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. My director, well, he can't draw for toffee, you know.
Yeah.
Can't. You can't even draw a pair of curtains. They're just jealous that they're not here, but maybe we'll give them a little play in between the shows. We don't want to leave anyone out. My lovely producer, anyway, will be able to come and have a little play. Right, and also have a go with the pens. Right, let's have a look at the one-day special, because this is excellent value for money, and you're going to have so much fun when you get hold of this. You really are. It's a great deal. £34.31 could be a whole new artwork for you. £34.31 could be a gift for somebody. And I tell you what you can do with this, you can divide it up as well. This could be a gift, that could be a gift, that could be a gift, that could be a gift, and that could be a separate gift. But altogether, this is your art room, it really is. I absolutely adore using jelly roll pens, and I'll sit there of an evening. Do you know what, when I get home tonight, I'm going to probably sit down as I have a chat with Jane about the day, sit there with little Millie, and I might just do some sketching, I might do some drawing. And it's really nice to have the right pens to do that, but you can also take these a little bit further, and you can start to do lots of techniques as well. And you'll learn that over the one-day special. So here's the thing, get it in your basket, check on out, and then sit back, relax, watch Lou, make a note if you want to, but what you can do when you get your one-day special, we will be dispatching these in 2 weeks' time. You can watch the shows again on repeat, on rewind, and then of course you can craft along with your very own set. And if you want to buy a set for your friend, then why don't you do that? The item number is 001749. It's £34.31. What an absolute bargain for you. And of course you get those 3 journals included in that particular pack. I love that. Right, something else you might want to add to your basket are the white pens. Now, a quarter of the stock has gone. A quarter of the stock has gone. I'm just going to see if I've got any white little drawings on the black paper here. I'm sure I have somewhere. There you go. There's a little sheep for you, just done in white. But these are great for highlighting. They are. You get 6 assorted pens in total, £10.49. And let me just show you what I've done with it. Here it is. Underneath that. Don't knock everything over, Janet. There you go. You get the 0.3, which is a real fine line, great for detailing. You get the 0.4 and the 0.5 as well. You get, how many did you get of the 0.3? 4. One of those, you get 4 of the 0.4 and you get 1 of the 0.5. These are fabulous to have. Absolutely fabulous. And they're only £10.49. That is an absolute bargain. I'll be getting some of those myself if there are any left. So many of our demonstrators use these white pens because it just highlights certain detail. But also, if you wanted to sketch in white, do it. Get some black paper and sketch in white. You know, it looks great. Maybe you went for some of the pink frog or pink, pink pig journals the other day. Or you might have some of the true black card from Pink Frog Crafts. You never know, you never know. But it really does highlight some details. And here's a little drawing just for our producer because I wanted to show that. There you go. Yeah, she'll like that. That's Roger. Although Roger isn't purple. But he kind of is. Right, we have got a pick and mix for you. This is brilliant. So if you're going for your white pens, you might want to mix it up with a bit of colour. So go and check out all the different colours you can get. You can get any 5, £10.99. Lou, I'm going to put you on the spot here, if I may. If you were going to go for 5 colours, what 5 would you choose?
Hunter green, black, clear, the red and the turquoise.
Ooh, why those colours? Is that like a Christmassy colour?
No, the black, I'd use the black a lot for outlines.
Yep.
Because it gives a lovely raised colour. The clear because I can put it on top of everything else.
Yep.
So but that doesn't have to be just jelly rolls. I can put it on top of everything else. And then the green, the Hunter green is a beautiful, I want to say like an olive, deep olive sort of green. So it's got a real nice warm undertone to it. The same with the red and the teal. I just like blue.
I'm just yeah. Now let me just
like
pick
the
up the
blue.
right swatch for this.
It's that one there.
Yeah, this one here. Yeah, here you go. So we've got this on the white and the black. I do like that Hunter green. It's a little bit different. I think I used that with my wreath actually, the Hunter green.
But and it also that Hunter green goes, if you've got the coloured microns that we bought before, there is one called Hunter green. Ooh. And they two work absolutely beautifully together. And the same with the green above it, the actual green. Yeah. So they work beautifully. So if you were trying to do like an ombre sort of effect, they work absolutely stunningly together. But it's it's like an olive green. It's got it's not quite khaki. Yeah. But it's my favourite green there on those. Well, I know you shouldn't have favourites.
Well, you shouldn't. But you know, sometimes it's who's your favourite presenter? No, I'm only kidding. I would never ask that. I know it's Adam. Right. I'm so far down the pile now. Even Catherine comes above me now.
Oh no.
I'm the bottom of the pile. I don't mind. I've got big shoulders. Right, the clear, 3/4 of the stock has gone. 3/4 of the stock has gone because there are some people out there going for all clear and that's it. You can do that. You can go for all clear, then you can clear off. No, please do stay where you are. Wow, what an amazing deal. So very, very busy for your individual colours. Let's head back to demonstration. Any questions, remember, please do email in. It is studio@thecraftstore.com. Right, what we're looking at now.
Well, I just thought we'd do something a little bit different. Because I've just come back from Ireland. I'm a little bit obsessed with Celtic Knots at the moment. You just go...
You've just come back from Ireland?
Yes.
Have you?
Got to see my mummy.
Where does she live?
She lives in County Carlow, Southern Ireland.
Oh, how lovely.
So that was lovely, yeah. So that just inspired me to do some Celtic...
Wow.
Basically, it's just under, over, under, over, under, over.
I love how you say that. Basically, it's just under, over, under,
Sorry.
over. I mean, look at that. That is amazing.
But it's the start of... But so all I've done is just go under, over, under, over, under, over. And I was just going to bring in some of the Micron pens that we've got and just to show that the Micron pens... you can still use them and I can then still go on top with the metallics and the metallics will stand out just as much as as if you were going to do them by themselves.
The ones that we're talking about right here, these are fabulous. Here we go, £9.99. This is for your black and gold edition, £9.99. Absolutely stunning. 257415 is your item number. Again, a fantastic price. Everything being dispatched in 2 weeks' time for you, but definitely worth the wait because these are really hard to get hold of. I've sometimes tried to get hold of pens in between shows and everywhere's just sold out because everything's so popular. So it's a good idea to make headway now, get it into your basket, pay for it, and then we'll get it sent out to you because, of course, everything is coming from abroad. If you're getting it for a Christmas present, I think that's a great idea. And then we'll get it sent out to you in 2 weeks. Absolutely fantastic. 257415 is your item number. Back to our Lou.
Oh, sorry, I was carrying on while you...
That's all right. No, you carry on.
So the reason they're black and gold is Sakura was 100 years old.
Oh, okay.
So they have chosen the black and gold colours to go with the Roaring Twenties.
Oh, what a great idea.
So it's the same Micron pen. It's exactly the same, everything that we need, archival, true black, does exactly the same, but they are now in limited edition colours, for these colours, to celebrate the 100th anniversary. Oh. Right, now I'm trying to do this and not get in the way and work out my under-over. So I just do it in a little bit. So I thought it would be nice. I am basically being, just doing my initial. And I will just finish off that bit there.
Does it help if you actually put it down sort of like in pencil first and then go over it?
I do it's a mix. Sometimes I'll put pencil down, sometimes I won't. This I did because I needed to get the pattern in my head.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And sometimes I'll put pencil down and not even use the pencil, which seems really bizarre. So we've got the black Micron pen, so let me think, what am I doing here? So I've gone quiet now, haven't I, while I concentrate on
Do you know what,
this?
sometimes that's good though, isn't it? You know, that nice little bit of time.
It is, isn't it? It's
the
just...
thing is about TV, it's not radio, you see. If you go quiet, you still see something. If on radio you go quiet, you start fiddling with the knob, don't you?
Oh, and wonder if the volume has gone funny.
That's what I was always told in radio. Never be quiet for too long, otherwise they'll start fiddling and tune into something else.
Right, so I've just done like a quick leaf design and a little heart inside it. So I thought, why not? Right, so now I'm going to... So this is how I started off with my colour. Now, I am going to cheat. I know we haven't got these microns on, but for speed, I am going to grab a brush micron. Okay. Otherwise, I'd be here for a while. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay down... I will finish this in between. So I'm just going to lay down a little bit of the black colour in the centre. And as you can see, I do take time colouring because that sounds like I do everything slapdash. But when I'm just going to put colours over top of colours, then I am probably a little bit slapdash. Also, you know, colour at the speed that you want to colour, and you know.
Yeah, there's no rush, is there? You
don't have to be a rush at all. But if you do rush, that doesn't matter either, sort of thing. So I've got that outline there, and then all I did was I then just took the green metallic on the top, and I've gone with the darker green to start with, and I'm just going to go over the black lines, and this is where I wasn't worried about the edges of the Micron pen. But this goes to show that the metallic, you know, they will work on top of your pen. So if you've got an alcohol marker, they'll work on top of an alcohol marker. Yeah. Same with watercolours, but you know, gessos, anything like that. Just let them dry. Otherwise, you will clog up the little ball that makes the inks flow. Yeah. So I'm just going to do that. So I'm now just putting the other green as a highlight on the top.
Got you.
And I'm just mixing the two together. Sorry, I have to move my book around. I do apologise.
I'm just carrying on playing
you carry
with
on,
the pens because they're just divine.
We've got that going like that. And then finally, I'm just going to add a little bit of that beautiful sepia colour as a final highlight.
Okay.
And just go around there.
Oh, so the clear, by the way, in the Pick and Mix is now limited stock. The clear, limited stock. Lots of people are going for multiples of that. So it's a good idea if you're now on the website, pop one of those into basket to make sure you get it. £10.99 and you choose any 5. I think that is absolutely spectacular value for money. And if you are a sewer, you could create your own little pencil case, which would be really nice to gift, would it not? Which would be nice with a little flap on it or something, you know, so you open it up and there's all your pens inside. The clear has now gone, so we shall take that away because the clear has now gone and sold out. We've still got plenty more to choose from. £10.99, 544 567. Oh, like a bad series. My dinner's repeating on me. Right, back to Lou.
I had to think. Okay. Now, I've just gone around the outline here with that beautiful sepia colour, and I'm going to let it dry because I missed on putting the green on. Okay. But now, if I let that dry, I can then put the green on, layer of the green on top.
Right.
Now, you were talking about the clear, and we've got in the metallics, we get this beautiful... It's not black, but it's not grey. It's like a pewter. Yeah. But, you know, you can still do the tiny little work with it as well as, you know, bigger areas.
Oh, yeah, I like that. And it's that little extra added detail that it's just, you know, you can draw something, you can doodle something, go away from it, and then come back and add even more detail, which is fabulous.
And it's also a way of, if you do things like this, if your line isn't straight,
Yeah.
or you don't like it, or it's jagged.
Yeah.
Those sort of little details hide all of that.
Yeah,
And you can then make it like a design feature. So I can do that. I can then, what I did do was I took the black, this is my black, you can see it works right to the end.
Oh, right, brilliant.
So you don't have to, you know, it doesn't clog. And then all I did, you know, where I've got the black here, now I can use my microns to cover a larger area, especially with the brush. So why waste? So I'm going to then just go, which I know you're not going to see, but I'm going to go over with the black glaze because the Micron creates like a matte effect.
You do,
but I still want it to be black.
You get the black glaze in the one-day special. You also get the clear in the one-day special, everybody, because that did sell out on the pick and mix. So if you want the clear, if you want the black, it's a great way of getting the one-day special, and that includes the pen that Lou is using just there.
So
Isn't that
I don't know,
effective?
can you see now where it adds that little glaze on top?
Yeah.
So it adds that shine. So once that's
Wow.
dry, that will add a glaze, and it will actually give me a raised effect on the top of it.
Yeah.
And then obviously I would carry on with the design, building it up bit by bit, adding on my layers. So this now is dry, as I was saying, and because they're designed to go on, I can now put the green on top of that sepia colour. I'm going to go with sepia because I think that sounds nice. That's how you explained it.
Yeah.
And I can go over the black Micron. Sorry if I'm leaning in, I apologise. I'm in relax mode now. So I don't have to worry that, you know, once I've laid a colour down, it's going to be hard to put another colour down.
Yeah.
I can just work on top of each other and both will stand out in their own way.
Yeah, got you.
And right, let's grab another page. I'm just going to go on this page. Now the other thing you can do with the metallics, I thought why not, we've got them here. I'm just looking. So if I take this green, I'm not going to do anything too technical. I'm just going to do a little doodle. I can take the darker colour and I can go into it and I can blend the two together and I can make a darker colour that way. I can grab, she says, looking for it, a paintbrush.
Okay.
And now for some people to do that, you think you're going to contaminate. If you're worried about doing that, do one colour. I'm rushing now. I would go a lot slower and put a lot more ink down.
Oh, don't rush.
Well, you know when there's so many things you want to show?
Yeah, I know.
And
We've
so I
got
put
10
the two
minutes left on the
colours
show.
together there. If I then take, this has got no water, and I can then blend the two together. And now I've made myself a third different colour green. Because I can now take this out and I've now made myself a metallic paint.
Wow, and that's just using water?
Yep, minimal water.
Wow.
And so now I can then, so you can blend out with them. So you can do your outline, let your outline dry. Let's grab some other colours. Let's grab a red. I'm just thinking, oh, the blues, you see, I'm trying to be really good and steer clear of the blues. So now if I've got that red there, I can then, if I want to watercolour in, now one of the reasons I love to do this with the water, or if you don't want to watercolour, do a dry brush.
Yeah.
And whilst the ink is wet, you'll be able to pull it in. You won't get as faded an effect, but you'll still be able to pull it in because then I don't use up as much pen. So it's making my pen go that little bit further. Now where this is dry, can you see the pen is not moving as much?
Okay.
But then where this is slightly wetter, I can now go around the outside. So you can blend them out just that little bit further. And we'll let that dry. So
What's the drying time?
Depends on how much thickness the layer you put down.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. If minutes, if that. I'm just going to give this a quick dry.
Oh, you're using
Only
a heat
because
tool.
because I just want to speed it up. You know, technically just wiping it with my hand. But now because this is dry, if I didn't like that look, I can go back over the top of it.
Yep.
So as long as you let your ink dry, whether you were doing this on top of an acrylic paint, a gesso, you can now go back over the top again. So you can keep building and building and building your depth of colour. And I can then blend it out again if I wanted to.
I didn't realise you could use water, and I guess sometimes you can get some like solution that's got a little bit of glitter in there as well.
But then why not use your sparkle?
Yeah, true. Yeah, absolutely.
Because you can put, so if I put, I'll just do this. So this is the metallic.
Yeah.
Now I should have grabbed mine straight away, but oh, it's going to be right at the bottom, isn't it? Yeah, typical.
Now, Pauline's emailed in. Thank you for emailing in, Pauline. It's great to have your company. Pauline would like to know if you can use the pens on fabric. Great question, Pauline. Can you, Luke?
You can. They're not water fast because they're water-based or water-soluble as well. However, if you put down a fabric medium before, you would be fine.
Would you?
Because then, or you put something to stabilise it.
Yep.
So I've just now taken the metallic and I've just gone over the top with the stardust. So you can blend your colours together. So I've got metallic, a stardust and a third colour in the middle. So, you know, you don't think that, so when, the 24 pack, you can bring all of those colours together. I mean, one of the things that is really good, if I get the Moonlight, let's do the Moonlight on she says, I'm going to grab a black.
Okay.
You know when you go, I'll grab a black. Let's find a page that I just doodle on roughly. Oh, there we go. So if I get the Moonlight, and I can put the Moonlight Pen in top. As you were saying, it's a great way, if your introduction. So I can get that Moonlight, and whilst the ink is wet, I'm going to pick up the Moonlight, and then I'm going to colour out with the Stardust. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the Moonlight and blend it out. So now what's happened is where I've got the matte effect from the Moonlight, I'm now blending it out, and it's going to end up
look at that,
having a sparkle. So I've got a mixture there of matte and sparkle just by doing the same two pens.
Oh, fabulous.
So your pens will blend together.
Yeah.
They're not going to blend like a true watercolour, but then if you've got your brush, this is a dry, I can blend them. And now I've got the fluorescence of the Moonlight mixed in with the sparkle. So I've now got the mixture of the two.
Wow, so many different techniques, Lou. So many different techniques.
Yeah, you can, take them as far and push them as if you want to. But as we said before, now there's a lot of ink on the end of that Moonlight. And all I would do is just like on the side of a tissue, is just wipe that excess ink away. If that worries you about putting it on the tissue, use it on the side of a page and blend it out, if you don't want to waste it. And then you're not clogging up the end of the rollable system,
and
so the ink flows. And it's all good
to go for the rest of it.
Yeah.
How amazing.
Sorry, I've put the lid back on that. You should think I've got lids everywhere now. So mix and match. So even though we've got the metallics straight away, you can do it. Now I know we've got the metallics work on black, as you can see. They work there and they work with the white. So what I did do, and you've also done in that little book, was I didn't want everyone just to think that it's got to work on card, black card. So this is black gesso. Now the only thing about this is I rushed ours and scrubbed it on with a paintbrush, so it's not quite as smooth as a black piece of card.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
But you can still, if you haven't got black card but you've got a gesso, this is Lynette's that I borrowed, don't tell her. Sneaked it off.
She'll never know.
She'll never know. I can now go on the top. So if you had a project, as you can see, I'm now going over the metallics with the gesso. And I can do
perfectly.
It works absolutely beautifully. So now, if you were gessoing a piece of MDF or something like that,
hey, that's a good idea.
You can then doodle on top of those. We're going to be doing MDF at 8 o'clock with Alex.
Oh, Alex will like that. Yeah, Alex is coming up at 8 o'clock. Yeah, she'll have lots of fun. I know she adores these pens.
So we've now got the metallics working on top of the gesso. Again, please just make sure it's dry. So that works perfectly. Let's grab another colour that we haven't used. Let's grab a blue. I've been so good and resisted using blue for so long. So we can, I'm just going to do simple shapes. So the blue now, this is such a stunning blue, the lighter of the two, stands out absolutely. Oh, should I tip it forward so you can see?
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely stands out perfectly on the black. And again, if you colour slowly, more ink comes out. I won't colour all this in, otherwise That's it. I will have to turn it into something. You know, in your head, you'll have to turn it into something. But now it will actually start colouring in all together. Sorry, I'm moving the camera around. I do apologise.
Oh, that looks sensational.
But so you can get the same effects like you were doing in your black book. You can get the same, and I can still, if I want to, whilst this is wet, I can still blend this out and create a more soft, washed effect look with, you know, the metallic pens. So you have a little bit more control. Think about the stencils you've got.
Yeah.
Draw through the stencil designs you've got and then colour them in, and then with the metallics. So now I've made it, I've got the solid outline and then I've got like a metallic paint effect on top of the black.
Great.
On top of the black gesso.
I really like the idea of using a brush and watering that away.
You can water it away, but if you used a dry brush and you put two together, you can still blend them together with a dry brush.
Oh, that's a good idea.
If you didn't want the washed out look, if you wanted the bold intensity. Let's see if
Yeah.
I've got a dry brush. I have. You know when you go, have I got? And I go, oh yes. Right, let's grab a red. See, look, I put them all away and I shouldn't, I know. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the red there, and if I put the blue next to it. So if you're not in, watercolouring isn't your thing, if I take a dry brush, I can actually move the ink between the two.
Look at that, yeah, because in essence it is ink,
so now
isn't it?
I've made myself my own blend, my own purple.
Wow, love that.
So you can still blend the two out absolutely perfectly and still get the intensity of the opaqueness of the metallic pens.
Love that. I told you Lou was good. Look, I finished my little project under the guidance of our Lou, so if I can do it, you can do it as well. £34.31. It's going to be a very Merry Christmas for somebody if it's going to be a gift for them. 001749 is your item number. Remember, we're dispatching in 2 weeks' time. It is definitely worth the wait, dispatching on the 16th of November. You've got your 3 journals in there. You've also got your fabulous pens to create with. Lou, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. You're so inspiring.
Thank you.
We'll see you at 8 o'clock. What have we got to look forward to? Oh,
so that's on a wooden slice with the glazes, the metallics.
Wow, is that what Alex is going to do? Amazing.
I did do one for you to take home.
Oh, thank you.
Because I knew you'd want to.
Yeah, that's amazing. Right, stay where you are because we've got more coming up after the break. We have got another Lou. It's Lou Collins, I know. And we've got another exciting hour lined up. So go and grab yourself a cup of tea. Make sure you get your one-day special. Have a look at the other pens and the journals we've got on the show. Don't miss out. But of course, Lou and Alex will be back at 8 o'clock and myself and Lou will be back in a moment.